Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you my makeup routine that's going to last me the entire day through a very sweaty workout because I'm actually doing HYROX tonight, and I'm just going to show you everything that I do step by step, and hopefully you can learn some tips on how to get really long-lasting makeup that still looks natural. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply my Secure the Sweat primer from One Size, and I'm going to put this in all the places where I'm expecting to sweat throughout the day. And for me, it's mostly around my mouth area and maybe a bit on my cheeks and the top part of my forehead. I'm gonna let that fully set, and then I'm going in with my foundation today, which is the Suku foundation. I've been testing this out over the last couple of weeks, and I really think that it's a very good long-lasting foundation. It has really good coverage, and I find that it just looks natural on the skin. I have no idea why I decided to use my left hand to apply my foundation today, but this is what we're doing. I'm just working it into this brush from BK Beauty. It's the 101 foundation brush, and I swear it just makes my foundation look airbrushed. And I'm really just focusing the foundation in the areas where I tend to get red, and I know for a fact that that's usually on my cheeks and around the center of my face. When I'm doing a really intense workout, this is just where I get red. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I'll just bring it down my neck so everything looks like one. And then I'm going to contour my face with this House Labs contour stick. I'm pretty much just putting this in the usual areas that you've seen me put it. And I am blending it out. If it feels like I'm in a rush, it's because I kind of am. It's Mother's Day today, and my race is actually at 8 p.m. tonight. So I have a Mother's Day lunch, and then I'm probably just going to get ready for the race after. But I do need this makeup to last because I don't want to do my makeup twice. Now I'm using the KJH blush stick. I chose this blush stick over my other blush sticks because this has more of a matte finish. And matte finishes just tend to last longer than a glowy finish because it's a little bit drier usually. And even though this blush stick is more matte, it actually doesn't feel drying on my skin. It has more of a silicone-y, blurring, smooth finish. And then I also want a little bit of highlighter, so I'm using this KJH Hyper Shine Pigment in the shade Light Gold. And I'm putting this right on top of my cheekbones. And that's just going to help highlight my cheeks. And then I'm taking my blush brush again just to blend everything out. Now I'm going in with my concealer, and I'm putting this under my eyes to help brighten. And then I always like to do a little bit around my nose because I feel like that just makes the makeup look more natural. So I'm just blending it out on my chin and right here. So my biggest tip for creating long-lasting makeup is to work on all of your creams first and then setting everything with powder. I feel like this is kind of a universal rule when it comes to layering your makeup because it's pretty foolproof. Usually all makeup will work well together if you layer it this way because the powder will just set the creams down. And sometimes if you put cream over powder, you can pick up the powder and it becomes kind of like a putty texture on your skin. It just doesn't look flattering or nice. So that's why if you want to be safe, you just want to do all of your creams first. Now I am spot concealing with this concealer pencil from the same. I am going to go over all of my cheek products with a powder product as well because that's just going to help build up that lasting power. But if you want a more natural makeup look, you can definitely just do a clear translucent setting powder just to set down all the creams and then call it a day. But because I am planning on taking photos and videos while I'm at HYROX, I want to make sure that my makeup is looking good. So I will be layering a blush and bronzer as well. So now that my creams are all done, I'm gonna set everything with a setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. It's probably my all-time favorite setting spray. It's just so long lasting and the mist is so fine, so you never get those like chunky bits. I'm just gonna douse my skin in this. And while the setting spray is drying, I'm gonna do my brows. This is my usual Judy Doll brow pencil. you guys already know. And then I am brushing it out. Everything is still drying on my face, so before I do my brow gel and my face powder, I'm just gonna keep going on with the creams. This is the Eldridge Liquid Silk eyeshadow in the shade Mimi, and it's a really nice greenish brown shade. And when you blend it out, it just becomes this really nice medium brown that looks very neutral on my skin tone. It's just going to help add dimension to my eyes. I feel like I say this every single time, but I feel like just adding a little bit of color just helps make my eyes pop. I'm taking whatever's left and putting it under my eye as well. It's really subtle, but I just feel like it defines my eyes a little more. Now I'm going in with powder. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Powder, and I feel like out of all of the powders that I've tried, and I've tried so many honestly at this point, this is the one powder that truly lasts all day for me. Definitely keeps me matte the longest, and it also keeps my makeup in place, which is obviously super important. So I'm just putting this all over my skin. It's such a weightless powder too, so you probably saw how much I just put on my chin, but I swear it just gives your skin such a smooth finish. I am just blending this all over. And then to reinforce the bronzer that I have on my skin, I'm gonna take this glowy bronzer from Hourglass. It doesn't really matter what powder bronzer you're using, or blush for the next step. I think as long as you're using a powder, everything is just going to last a lot longer than without. I'm just blending this right on top and my nose as well. And then I always like to bring it down below my jawline, under my chin, and on my neck. And then for blush, I'm gonna be pretty light-handed. I'm just going to mix this complexion shade up here with a little bit of this pink. And then I'm just going to tap this on my cheekbones. The complexion shade is just going to help tone down a bit of the pigment, so I'm not just applying blush to my skin. It's going to help to smooth and blur at the same time. I always like to put some on my nose because I feel like it just makes everything go together, and a little bit on my chin. To complete the brows, I'm gonna be using this new Benefit Dream Sheen Brow Glaze. This is supposed to give your brows a very glossy tint. And the way that I would describe it is it has the hold of the 24-hour brow setter, like one of the best sellers from the brand, but it has a little bit of color to it. So I feel like it just helps to thicken and darken your brows slightly, which I love. And I definitely feel like this is gonna make my brows last even longer throughout the day. Before I move on to mascara, I'm going to use this Wonder Blading Lip Mask from Wonder Skin. This is in the shade Whimsical. I put this all over, but I'm just avoiding the very middle bit of my lips because I kind of want it to be more of a gradient. And while that dries, I'm going to curl my lashes with this heated eyelash curler. And then for mascara, I'm using this Judy Doll mascara. This is a super long-lasting mascara. It really doesn't smudge at all, and it holds a curl really well. I'm just brushing this through. The effect on the lashes is quite natural. I wouldn't say it's super volumizing, but it definitely helps to define your lashes. Now I'm going to wipe off the lip tint, and I love how it just gives me this tint that's going to last all day. So whether I'm sweating my butt off at a workout or I'm just going about my day, my lip color is going to stay on. I'm just gonna add a little bit of gloss. This is the Haus Labs Lip Glaze. And this is the finished makeup look. I'm coming in close so you can see everything. This is definitely not a natural makeup look, but it's going to be makeup that really lasts throughout the day because of the products that we used and the way that we layered all the products. So I'm gonna see if I can get some clips of me at HYROX, but hopefully you guys learned a few things about making your makeup last longer from this video, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.